Listen. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Okay, we know the market's going down.
How am I supposed to sleep at night when some kid flipped 79 cents into 858K?
Do not take this as gospel because
It's the basic formula in crypto: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution.
I don't know why Trump announced that XRP and Solana and these other type of altcoins were going to be in a strategic reserve. It was very, very misleading. And I'm Matthew Fraser, and this is Crypto Collective. After making millions with Amazon and e-commerce, I realized that if I was starting again today, crypto would be my first choice. I'm here to help you take your first steps and build real wealth. Ready to set yourself up for life? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Collective. My name is Matthew Fraser, and today we're doing reactions. Let's jump into it.
I'm holding a lot of Doge. I know the Doge is gonna go to well over $3.
Whoa!
And that's why my Doge is being held tight. Doge will reign supreme as the meme coin extraordinaire. It will beat out Shiba Inu. It will beat out Epic. It is the meme coin of the future. Make sure that you hold on to your Doge if you own any. And if you want to, you can buy some, but hey, it's a risk. So be careful out there.
Oh no, if I made a big mistake, I sold all my Doge months ago, got out of Doge altogether. This could be an absolute catastrophe for me. Do you guys hold Doge? Does Da Vinci Jeremy know something that we don't know? Because the meme coin market has been absolutely decimated in recent weeks. I think people are sick and tired of rug pulls, particularly what's happened with things like the Trump coin. That didn't do too well, did it? Even though I'm a big fan of Trump, he's let us down, that old dog. So maybe he's either onto something and he knows some inside goss that could send this to the moon, or he's just trying to pump his own bags.
It's the basic formula in crypto: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Example of this was last year: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, if you use the same concept right now: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I hope this plays out.
This actually does make sense because right now we've had a massive 28% drop on the all-time high of Bitcoin in just recent weeks. And a lot of people got in at the very, very top. And so they're sitting on 28% less than what they had only a few short weeks ago. But if this plays off like it always does, the tide's gonna turn, we're gonna keep heading up, and we will see, I think, in 2025, a new all-time high.
Trading's ruined me, man. I think I'm done. The amount of depression and bad times that trading has brought in my life, I couldn't even count, and it far outweighs the good. Impacted my bank account, my relationships, my mentality. When I was working at a full-time job, it impacted my performance at work. Trading literally took control of my entire existence, and it wasn't even giving me any benefits at all. I worked my arse off, man. Like, it's the second I'd finished my full-time job, the only time that I'd have left, I would learn trading. And I just kept getting let down and let down and let down, and that's when the depression came in. That's when I literally hated my life.
Well, let me just stop it there. The first thing I want to say is trading isn't for everybody, right? So the fact that this guy has stepped in, he's had a go, it didn't work out for him, that's fine, you know, but I just hope that he didn't put his life savings into trying to trade and use leverage, because then absolutely you will get wrecked. And I think a lot of people who come into trading think that they're going to be making money literally within the first week. Okay. Now, to make your trading better, I would dare say that you should get training from those who are experts in trading. That would be the first thing, rather than just jumping in blindly. When you're trading, only put money in that you can afford to lose. Let's see what else you have to say.
My life, because I'd put all my time and effort into this one thing after loads of previous side hustles and business ventures had failed and flopped because of my lack of effort, all for nothing. Until I started actually listening to what these guys were saying, until I started to actually backtest the strategy that I was using, until I started to actually journal the trades that I was taking.
Oh, here we go. He's turning it around.
When trading transitioned from me being depressed every day and not seeing results to me realizing that I need to step back from the results and step away from focusing on the short term and zoom out into the 3 month, the 6 month, the yearly. And I'm not talking about time frames, I'm just talking about the time span of trading. And if I could give any advice as a profitable trader to someone that's new, or even an unprofitable,
he's profitable
or a
now.
break-even trader,
It's good.
bro, listen to what the mentors are saying.
Oh, well, exactly
Listen
what I
to
just
guys
said.
like me who have been in the game for about 2.5 years now.
Exactly.
I've been in the trenches. I've chucked thousands a month at this game. Promise you're not going to make it with skipping these steps that the mentors are saying. We're telling you to journal for a fucking joke. You think we're telling you to backtest what to just make you do extra work? Bro, there's a reason why everybody that's profitable does it. It's because it's
It was exactly what I just said. Go and seek a mentor in the space. It's exactly what I've done in other parts of my life when it came to selling online and also investing into crypto. I went and paid an expert, I put my money on the line, and that in turn has generated me millions of dollars. All right, Da
Bitcoin's
Vinci,
going to
Jeremy
$7
again.
trillion market cap. That means it's a $500,000 Bitcoin.
Let's go.
There's one analyst.
Well, I've actually just heard today that Bitcoin is actually heading to a $10 trillion market cap. So that's roughly a 10x from here. Now, I don't recall the timeline, but I guarantee that in time, that will happen. Think of Bitcoin for the long term, not just today.
How am I supposed to sleep at night when some kid flipped 79 cents into 858K? Spend all my time managing risk and trying to play it smart, and boom, some random degen hits 1,000,000% on a meme coin. This market is actually insane.
Let me just say from the outset, do not take this as gospel, because so many people see videos just like this and think, I'm going to go put all my money now into meme coin. And guess what? I can afford more than 79 cents. I could put $79 in, right? And then they get completely wrecked, especially if they're using leverage on a trade, right? They're betting on other people's money and they're going to get completely wiped out. So is this possible? Yes. The likelihood of this happening to you is practically nil. I'd be thinking about, rather than trying to get rich quick, is get rich for sure. And that is having a long-term strategy. And rather than trying to play around with all these meme coins and trying to guess the market, and yeah, you might get lucky. You might be the 1 in 100 million people that get this. But if you wanted to play long-term, play for sure, invest in Bitcoin. Hey, just quickly, if you're ready to dive deeper into crypto and Bitcoin and build real wealth, join my free crypto collective community. It's where I share exclusive insights and strategies and live discussions to help you succeed, whether you're a beginner or scaling your portfolio. Click on the link in the description and join us today. Now back to the episode.
I've lost millions in crypto, and here's what I've learned. I've seen my market value drop by millions of dollars, but generally speaking, if you have conviction in something and hold on to it because of that conviction, you'll do fine.
Conviction is
Just a
key.
year and a half ago, Bitcoin was below $20,000. And
On sale.
if you had faith in the ecosystem and what the message of Bitcoin was, then you would have been rewarded, as right now it's over 100,000.
Look, this is exactly right. I mean, even today, right now, with the market turning, I'm down $1 million on paper only. I'm not freaking out about it. And the reason why is because, just like he's talking about, I've got conviction in the asset of Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is 28% down on its all-time high. It's on sale, people. You should be rushing out and buying as much as you can, because you're going to look back, and just like what he said, where it was $20,000, today it's sitting at $78,000. It'll be the same thing. You'll be thinking, oh, I should have bought more at $78,000. What was I thinking? All right, guys, I can see this video coming up. It's Cameron Scrubs. This guy has put me on the map, that's for sure. I get a lot of views when this one goes on.
Listen. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Okay, we know the market's going down. It's been going up and down and up and down. We get it. Shut the fuck up! This is textbook consolidation, right? We're not going anywhere. Most of you are complaining about a $2 XRP or $80,000 Bitcoin. Shut the f. Listen, I'm not worried about anything, truly. I think the next 4 years are going to be great. When you look at these dumps, it's all very manipulated, in my opinion. Just weeding out all the people that shouldn't be in crypto to begin. Listen, be on the IG. Let me know, are you buying here or are you selling all your crypto?
Listen, Cameron, I'm buying here, mate. Please don't shout at me anymore. I'm buying, I promise, I swear. Look, this guy's, I love Cameron. He's certainly very entertaining, but he's got some really good messages there. Don't freak out now while we're in this particular period of the market. Yes, it's dropped 28% from its all-time high in Bitcoin, but now is the time to buy more. But you've got to get conviction. In order to get conviction, you've got to do the research. At the end of the day, there are just people who just shouldn't be investing in crypto. That's just a fact. And Cameron talks about weeding out those people, and the markets are designed to do that. As they come down, people eject out of the crypto market, they take the loss, they pack their bags, and they go back home, right? And they say, crypto and Bitcoin is one big scam. The thing is, you've got to understand the market. You're gonna have these dips, but you've got to have conviction. And in order to get conviction, you've got to do the research.
Donald Trump just tweeted that there would be a strategic crypto reserve, not only including Bitcoin, but also including Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. And it's funny because before mentioning Bitcoin and Ethereum, he just said there will be a crypto reserve that will include Solana, XRP, and Cardano. This caused both Solana, XRP, and Cardano to immediately spike in price, going up around like 12 to 15% per coin. And then right after that, I guess Trump's bags didn't pump enough, because I know for a fact that World Liberty, the fund, owns hundreds of millions of Ethereum and Bitcoin. And he tweeted right after that, quoting that tweet, saying like, oh yeah, and obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum will be leading the way with the strategic crypto reserve. And I thought that was fucking awesome. You know what Trump should do? He should start dropping a coin of the day. Hello, President Trump here. This is my coin of the day.
Brilliant.
That shit would be so lit. But anyways, crypto's back in business. Bottom's in.
Well, crypto's back in business, but this video is now, the crypto market is moving so fast. This video is now old. And what we've had now is the crypto summit. And as a result of that, we now know that Bitcoin is the only asset, the only digital asset that is going to be included in a crypto or strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's it. Solana and XRP and all those other altcoins, they're not going to be in a strategic reserve. However, they do hold the right to have an digital asset stockpile, which may include XRP, it may include Solana, and a whole bunch of other things. So let's just see what happens with this space. But I will say, the market is absolutely being manipulated. There's just no doubt about it. When you've got big players like BlackRock who are in this space now, they absolutely want the price to drop. Why? So they can buy more. They can buy more Bitcoin, right? So when the price drops, what should you do? Buy more. It's Coach JV.
I'm buying on the way down because I know what I hold. My top two holdings are XRP, Bitcoin. Let me go through my top holdings for you guys, okay? I was going to go over a bunch of stuff, but this is going to be my message today.
This guy has conviction for sure.
If you're new to my channel, you'll see all the different education things that I do here, but I think this is important to talk about. So my top holdings are, and this is not financial advice, I'm just sharing with you guys
Not financial
my
advice.
holdings, and I'm going to share with you why I'm invested. How about that? Not what to invest in, why I'm invested. XRP is number 1.
Okay.
Bitcoin, number 2. HBAR, number 3.
Well, let me just stop there, because if you talk to anyone who's completely into XRP, the fact that he just said he's got Bitcoin as well, they would crucify this guy, because the guys in the XRP army, you guys are out there to cane anyone who talks anything negatively about XRP. But his guy holds XRP. You know what, guys? I'm going to drop it out there again. I don't hold XRP. Every time I say that, you guys come after me. I love it. All right, let's go back to Coach JV.
VeChain, number 4. XLM, number 5. And number 6 is Solana. Those are my top 6. I have many other cryptocurrencies.
Well, some of my holdings also cross over to his holdings. But as I say to everybody, you've got to do your own research, find out what's right for you. And ultimately, you must hold Bitcoin. And if you don't want to worry about all the altcoins, you don't want to worry about XRP and Solana or anything else, just invest in Bitcoin, because that will set you up for the future. And you don't have to worry about anything else like these other altcoins, because ultimately they could collapse.
Listen to this shit
Going back
right
to
here.
what President Trump mentioned over the weekend, talking of Ripple, Solana, other alternative coins, and people are wondering whether they're going to be included in this stockpile. Will they? Does the US own them? Why mention them?
Well, the president just mentioned the top 5 cryptocurrencies by market cap.
Just
so
a
I
lie.
think people are just reading into this a little bit too much. He just mentioned the top 5. In terms of what we'll actually have, again, we have to do the accounting.
So you're telling me that this announcement right here, where he directly talks about XRP, we're reading into it too much. That's the White House crypto czar, David Sack. This does not make sense. He announced XRP first and then Bitcoin and Ethereum like 2 hours later. And I don't know about you, but ADA is not in the top 5 of fucking market caps. That doesn't even make sense. I'm telling you, some weird shit is
Rounding
going
error.
on, and I can't really put a finger on it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be on the IG. Is Trump choosing Bitcoin or is he choosing XRP?
Cameron's right. There is some weird shit going on. I don't know why Trump announced that XRP and Solana and these other type of altcoins were going to be in a strategic reserve. It was very, very misleading. But I will say though that I'm sorry for the XRP army, because we now know that XRP did not make it into the reserve. What did make it into the reserve was Bitcoin. And in my opinion, it should only be Bitcoin as a part of a strategic reserve. All the other stuff is ultimately shitcoins. Now, can the shitcoins like XRP and Solana and all these other types of altcoins, can they be in a digital stockpile? Sure they can. And I think that's exactly where Trump is going with this. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Reactions. Now tell me in the comments, do you think Trump made the right decision? Should he have tweeted about Bitcoin and the altcoins, or should he have just said nothing? Thanks guys, take care. Thanks for tuning in to Crypto Collective. If you've enjoyed this episode, the best way to show your support is to leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify, and make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. You can also find more of me at I'm Matthew Fraser on all social media platforms.